The chandeliers glowed like molten gold inside the sterling crown. One of the most elite fine dining restaurants in Washington. DC politicians, foreign diplomats, CEOs, and aristocrats all gathered there for million-dollar dinners, where every plate was polished, every gesture rehearsed, and every mistake could cost someone their job. Tonight, the air hummed with wealth and arrogance mostly, from Victor Langford, a billionaire investor known for his temper, ego, and cruelty toward anyone he considered beneath him. He sat at his private table in a tailored navy suit, swirling a glass of vintage wine like it owed him something. Every waiter who approached did so like they were nearing a cobra dot. At precisely 8:41 p.m., she walked in. Amina Brooks, dressed in the restaurant's crisp black and white uniform, approached Victor's table with a poised smile. Her dark curls were pinned back, her posture unshakably elegant. To him, she was just a waitress. To the United States government, she was one of the top undercover CIA field agents, leading a months-long covert intelligence operation involving a foreign diplomat dining only a few feet away. Her mission required blending in, being invisible, playing her role. But Victor Langford had a talent for ruining everything he touched. She placed a glass of water gently on the table. "Good evening, sir. Your entree will be out shortly." Victor didn't look at her. Instead, he loudly exhaled, "Took you long enough." Amina kept her voice even. "I apologize, sir. The kitchen," he scoffed, looking her up and down with disgust. "Or are you just slow?" Nearby customers shifted uncomfortably, but Victor wasn't done. Amina set down the bread basket, and his wine glass tipped slightly, spilling 2 drops on the table. 2 drops. Victor's face twisted. "You incompetent little." Before anyone knew what was happening, Victor leaned forward and spat directly at her feet, droplets splashing onto her shoe. The restaurant gasped. A waiter froze. A couple audibly said, "Oh my God," but Amina didn't move, didn't flinch, didn't reveal even a hint of the lethal training she carried in her bones. She simply inhaled, straightened her shoulders, and said, "Is there anything else you need, sir?" Victor laughed smugly. "Yes, someone who actually knows how to do their job." He waved her off like she was trash. Amina turned and walked away, ignoring the burning humiliation in the pit of her stomach. She had survived torture simulations, gunfire, war zones, but sometimes the simplest cruelty cut the deepest. Still, she stayed focused. Her comes earpiece buzzed. "Agent Brooks," her handler whispered. "Maintain position. Diplomat approaching." She exhaled and returned to the dining room floor. At 9:02 p.m., the foreign diplomat arrived at the target of her operation. Victor, tipsy and bored, noticed him instantly. "Isn't that the guy from the news?" he muttered. As the diplomat sat nearby, Victor leaned back arrogantly. "Hey sweetheart," he called to Amina, "make yourself useful and bring him a menu. Maybe you won't screw that up." Amina nodded politely and approached the diplomately, to feel Victor suddenly grip her wrist. "Hold it," he slurred. "I didn't dismiss you." The grip tightened. Customers stood. The manager rushed over. "Sir, please," Victor glared. "I pay enough money to get decent service, and this one keeps embarrassing the place." Amina's manager whispered anxiously, "Amina, please step back. It's fine. Just go." But something inside her broke. Not her cover, not her mission. Something deeper, something human. She slowly turned toward Victor. Her eyes held a calmness so sharp, it froze the table. Then her earpiece crackled. "Agent Brooks, abort interaction." I repeat, abort, but she didn't speak into it. She simply reached into her apron, removed a sealed CIA identification card, and placed it quietly on Victor's white linen tablecloth. The entire room fell silent. Victor squinted. "What's this crap?" He opened it, his face drained of color. Central Intelligence Agency Covert Operations, Division Agent Amina El Brooksy, looked at her like he was suddenly staring at a grenade he'd just kicked. Amina spoke quietly. "Mr. Langford, you just assaulted a federal agent during an active operation." His jaw quivered. "That badge is fake." A deep voice replied before she could. "No, Mr. Langford, it is not." Everyone turned. 3 men in black suits approached CIA supervisors. Their badges glinted under the chandelier light. "Amina," the lead agent said gently, "return to the operation. We'll handle this." Victor shot up from his chair. "Now hold on, this is a misunderstanding." She was rude. "She," the agent interrupted. "Mr. Langford, you physically grabbed and verbally assaulted a federal operative. You interfered with a classified intelligence assignment. You spat on her." Victor looked around desperately. "Come on, she's just a waitress." A low-class Amina turned back to him. And finally, she let her real voice, her real self surface. "Wrong," she said softly. "I am a black woman. I am a federal agent. I am someone who has risked her life for this country. And you spat at me because you thought you could." Victor's mouth opened, but no sound came out. Her supervisor leaned in. "You will be charged, and your company will be notified, along with the Pentagon contracts you're currently bidding for." Victor staggered. "My company?" Another agent added. "Your board will hear about your behavior before sunrise." Everyone watched as Victor sat down slowly, shaking, his power evaporating in seconds. Security escorted him out while he begged, "Please, please, don't let this ruin me." But Amina didn't watch him go. She returned to her mission. Head high, spirit untouched. 2 weeks later, Victor Langford lost his Pentagon contract, a major international deal, and his position as CEO, after the board unanimously removed him. His reputation collapsed. His arrogance finally met consequences. Meanwhile, Amina finished her assignment successfully. She received a commendation for bravery, under pressure, and a week of paid leave, which she spent volunteering at a girls' confidence program in DC. One day, a young girl asked her, "Miss Amina, how do you stay strong when people treat you bad?" Amina smiled softly. "Strength isn't about fighting back. It's about knowing who you arrive in when someone else tries to make you feel small." The girl beamed. "I want to be strong like you?" Amina knelt down. "You already are moral. Never judge someone by the role they're playing, because you have no idea who they truly are." Power built on cruelty collapses fast, but dignity and integrity remain unshakable. Treat everyone with respect, not because of their status, but because it reveals yours.